There's also a bigger problem that lurks in the middle of all this that was recently reviewed by a court in a case known as Jones versus Aetna, Inc. in the Southern District of New York. What these health insurance companies have done on occasion is try to target out-of-network providers to hurt their income flow by not paying quite a few claims or delaying payment on quite a few claims, and for no good reason. And they do that, of course, to try to bring leverage and pressure to bear so that that provider will cave and agree to the terms with that insurance company to make them then an in-network provider. This really drives physicians crazy because it's extortion. In my view, it's a form of extortion. It's basically saying, if you don't agree to our terms of this contract, and it's a take it or leave it contract, you either agree to it or forget it, then we are going to make life very difficult on you, and only those patients that can pay cash will be your patients. All of our insureds, we're going to slow pay or no pay those claims and dry up your income, so you have to lay people off and downsize your practice, maybe even shut the doors. That's not fair. And that's exactly the type of thing that was occurring in that Jones case. And basically, the court did not find that any kind of penalty could be levied against Aetna. Well, you may ask, well, how on earth is the doctor's office able to sue Aetna regarding its patients? Well, these patients come in and they sign an assignment of benefits to the doctor's office. So the doctor's office more or less then can stand in the shoes of the patient in order to prosecute the claims against the health insurance carrier. That's how it works many times. If you look at some of the documents that you may have signed when you first went to a new physician's office, some of those might have been an assignment of benefit where you agree to assign your right to any benefits from a health insurance plan to that provider, so that provider can then go against the health insurance company instead of going against you. And of course, most people are all fine with that. They want the health insurance company to pay the benefits that ought to be paid. So this doctor had many assignments of benefits from many patients, and all of those patients who had Aetna as their health insurance carrier suddenly had their claims denied or slow paid for no good reason at all. And it was financially hurting the doctor's practice. So what can he do about that? The court said, well, you can file a benefit claim. You can sue to try to get the benefits. But what about the harm to the practice? What about the fact that they're intentionally using the claim process to delay this matter? Too bad, more or less, is what the court said. There's no right of action under ERISA to remedy that based on the way the doctor asserted those claims anyway. The court specifically found that a claim for equitable relief to make whole will not be countenanced if it's duplicative of a benefit claim. And what the doctor wanted was the benefits to be paid. And of course, he wanted this practice to be stopped. But the court didn't permit it. Maybe that will be challenged, but that's where things stand right now. And that's not fair to the doctors out there treating patients. If your insurance policy pays some amount to an out-of-network provider, that claim should be adjudicated the same way as an in-network provider and per the policy terms. No insurance company should be allowed to drag out the process to punish a provider because they would not agree to be an in-network provider and compromise what they believe is a fair and reasonable amount to charge for services rendered. You need to get help as soon as there's a problem during the claim process so that the games and the shenanigans that often go on can be addressed in a timely manner and during the claim process. This has to stop.